Good morning. It's Sunday and we're back again. Welcome to Steve's Backyard Barbecue. I'm Steve. That's Erin behind the camera who you can't see, but she'll talk to you in a minute. Say hello.
Hi.
Alright, today we're going to be doing some beef plate ribs. And I'm going to hold these up there. We've got 4 bones, okay? And I've seasoned them, I trimmed them. I hit them with some Worcester sauce. Worcestershire for Americans. Worcester for Brits. Some salt, some pepper, right? Some Montreal steak seasoning, and some crushed red pepper flakes because we like to kick them up just a little bit. They taste better that way. Okay, we're going to fire up the pit barrel. These are going to take about 5.5 hours. We're going to fire up the pit barrel, put them on. We're going to take them up to about 210, maybe 215. We'll bring you back then. We'll show you some along the way. We'll keep in touch. Stay tuned. Okay, this is Steve here. Erin is inside watching TV, and as you can see, looking at the thermometer, we've got a internal meat temperature 176, and the pit temperature is 302. And the pit barrel's doing its thing. And let's see how those ribs are looking. Come on, clear out the smoke. Look at that. Pull them back from the bone nicely. Getting a nice bark on them. Looking good, doing good. Smelling outrageous. I know you wish you were here. I do too. But you're not and I am. So, aren't you glad I'm teasing you like this? We're having fun. It's a nice day. It's outside. The yard's mowed. Got some tree trimmings there to clean up after a little bit. And the pit barrel is doing its thing. We're going to have beef ribs in a little bit. Oh, I'll bring you back. Okay. We're back now. We're going to run outside here and take a look at these ribs. Follow me, please. You can see the pit barrel smoking away, doing its thing. We have a pit temperature of 298 and an internal temperature of the ribs of 208. Come on over here really close. I want you to be able to see these ribs. Can you see the ribs there? They look great, don't they? Oh! Now let's probe them. You know what? There's a little bit of resistance there. At 208 degrees. This is soft here, but there's resistance there. There's a little resistance there. I want these. Oh, can you see the juice on that? This is really, really soft and tender here, but we're a little firm there. We've got some resistance. So we're going to go a little bit more. We're at an internal, well, that went down. We're at an internal of about 208. Okay? The pit temps now is 245, but that's because I had the lid off and they were open. And guess what the heat does? It did what it always does. It rises and went out. We're going to give these another 10-15 minutes and I'll check them again. Okay? They're really close. We'll bring you back in a little bit. Okay, we pulled these off the pit barrel. As you can see, they're moist, they're tender. They've got a good bark. I've probed them. They're at about 213 internal, okay? But that's only a guide. You don't want to go by temperature. You need to go by tenderness with beef ribs. Sometimes they're tender at 200. Sometimes they're tender at 210. Sometimes they're tender at 215. These guys are tender at 213. Okay, now we're going to double wrap them because sometimes, even with heavy duty foil, sometimes the bones poke a hole in the ribs. Now, see, that's kind of gray and that's kind of shiny. You want the shiny side to the inside. See how these are a little gray and this a little more shiny? You want the shiny side to the inside because that does a better job of holding the temperature in. And we've got a cooler here. We're going to let these rest. And some of you, many of you, maybe most, know the importance of resting. When you cook meat, you build up internal pressures, and that pushes the moisture to the outside, okay? You've all seen the Outback Steakhouse commercials where they cut into a piece of prime meat, right? And the juices come running out and you think, oh God, I want to run up there and lick my TV screen. It makes a wonderful commercial. It looks fabulous, the juices are running, but think for a minute, what's left behind? A dry piece of meat. There's a difference between advertising and doing for yourself. We're going to let this rest in a cooler for a couple hours. It's going to stop cooking. The internal pressures are going to release a little bit. The juice will redistribute throughout the meat. And when we cut into it and slice into them, yeah, there's going to be some juice running there. That's what happens when you cut it open. But it won't have pressure pushing it all out like too much. And you'll have a lot of juice and moisture left behind. You have a good tasting meal, okay? We've got some tomatoes in the fridge, chilling out, getting cool. We've got some green beans in there. We're going to boil them up. We'll hit them with some butter, a little salt. We'll slice up some tomatoes. It'll be about 2 hours. The ribs, you saw they look great. They're going to taste better. We'll have dinner, and it'll be about 2 hours. I think I already said that. See you then. Okay, and we're back. We've been resting about an hour and a half. We've got these double wrapped in aluminum. We're going to take them out. And we've already got our plates plated up. Look at those. Huh? I wish you could smell those. Come in and take a look at those, Aaron. Oh, I miss the garbage. How did I miss the garbage? It's this close. Well, that's why I drive a truck and barbecue instead of playing basketball. Let's try another one. Another chance. Yep, I missed again. Go figure. Look at these. Can you see those? Can you see the steam rising off that? Come in and zoom in. Can you see the moisture glistening off of that? Let's cut right in between these bones. Or right on the bones because I don't know the difference between in between and on. There we go. Really easy. When you stand them up and you go in between the bones, it's really easy. Watch this knife go right through there, just like nothing. Here's a little piece that fell off. Oh God, that's good. So good. See the bone coming out? This is tender and juicy. Okay, zoom in here, honey. Can you see how juicy and moist that is? See that? Look at the moisture coming out of that. Look at the moisture on the board. My fingers. I've been told not to lick my fingers, but you know what? I gotta lick my fingers. But that's okay. I'll wash and let you see. Oh yeah, take away all the paper towels. Okay, we've let these rest about an hour and a half. We plated up some green beans, some tomatoes, a little salt and pepper. We helped ourselves to a little bit of bite. Come on in here, zoom in here close, honey. Can you see this?
Yeah.
Can you see the moisture there? Does the camera pick that up?
Not much, but...
A little bit anyway?
Yeah.
Well, trust me when I tell you. Okay, zoom in here close. Watch this. You can see the smoke ring, the red. You've got the bark, you've got the inside. Now watch this. Can you see the moisture coming out? Does the camera pick that up?
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit? Okay, good. I've been told not to lick my fingers, but look at that. How can I not do that? Man, Jules said, Steve, don't lick your fingers. Guess what? Kentucky Fried Chicken ain't got nothing on this. This is finger looking good. We've got a little butter melting on some green beans. We've got some salt and pepper on some tomatoes. We've got this beef rib. This is tender, moist, and juicy. We cooked this to about 213 degrees on the pit barrel. Brought it in, double wrapped it in aluminum foil, let it rest in the cooler, which you can't see, but it's on the floor there. And gave it about an hour and a half rest. Let it stop cooking. Let the juices re-permeate, redistribute throughout the meat. And now they stay inside and you have a tender, juicy piece of meat to eat. And this is a hell of a good rib. I wish you were here. We've got some more. We'd be glad to share. But until next time, thanks for watching. This is the second episode of Steve's Backyard Barbecue. God bless, happy barbecue, and be well. See you next time.